Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In today's video, I wanted to showcase some teams which you can use if you don't have Reinier at Mythic Plus to do very well in the Skyclops endless mode of the Dream Realm boss. So first of all, I want to mention that the highest rank we've gotten, or highest score we've gotten today, was 34.3 billion, and that was involving the Dream endgame team, which is this team I have in the formation right now, which is Reinier Mythic Plus, Scarlita Mythic Plus, Corin Merrily as your Mythic Plus damage dealers, and Smokey Mythic Plus. So this is usually considered, either Corin being buffed with the attack or Merrily is considered to be the all-time best team to be running in the Dream Realm boss. But even when I tried it, and this is the crazy thing, when I tried this same team, but replaced Scarlita and Reinier with Coco and Krueger, which we'll do here, and we'll do a run right now, it only got a few billion, like 2 billion less damage. So even with this team, you can compete almost with the top ranking, really heavy spender team, which involves Reinier and Scarlita both at Mythic Plus. So the reason I think it does so well is that Krueger, if we look at the damage chart, which I'll try my best to remember when we're done with this run, he contributes 4 billion or so damage, which is a really big contribution, and he also has the physical defense debuff onto the boss to increase all sources of physical damage that the boss will be receiving. Quick Blade spell on top of that as the artifact in this new season even causes more physical defense reduction of the boss. So all of these things combined together cause all of your physical damage dealers to deal way more damage than they should be. The other good thing is that in the endless boss mode, true damage dealers have come back to shine, and that's why you can tell in this team we're not even running OD. And you still will run OD in certain Dream Realm bosses, but there will be times where Corin and Merrily are just going to be outperforming him and there's no need to run the OD. Okay, so almost 32 billion damage with this team, and I did one run that got 32.3 or so billion damage with it. And if we look at the damage contribution, it is all Merrily and Corin, but also a high amount from Smokey, which I don't fully understand, to be honest, because when I did the previous run testing of this exact team, Krueger was the one who was dealing like 4 billion and Smokey did like 3.5 billion. But either way, this is how this team can work and get off a lot of damage. And of course, my levels on my account are going to be higher than yours. However, if we even compare it to other people, with that score of 31 point or almost 32 billion damage, I would already be rank 3 for my server. And so that really also goes to show you that the levels on your account of your heroes, like if you had like 10 extra levels on your heroes, you're probably even going to be out damaging the perfect team of the Reinier Scarlita team. Because those 10 levels will power up your Merrily and Corin's damage, that even if they're with Krueger and Coco, they're still going to be out damaging the top team. So because of this, it can be arguable, we'll do some more testing so we'll purchase some more, but it can be arguable whether Reinier should even be your first Mythic Plus priority or what should you do about that. I still believe he should be your priority because he will allow you to squeeze out a bit of extra damage. Like even for example, if we didn't have Scarlita and we just run Reinier here, maybe with the Coco and just get rid of the Krueger, your damage will be higher, probably by 1 billion or so, and so he still is a key priority. And you know, there may be future Primal Lords or future bosses or future Dream Realm bosses where Reinier will always have a place. So he still is, in my opinion, the top priority for Celestial Hypogean. But I can understand that maybe in the future, if some really overpowered Celestial Hypogean comes out, then maybe Reinier won't be the top priority then. But as of right now, he is more important than any other Celestial Hypogean hero you can be building. All the others are kind of just build if you have extra resources and you already have Reinier at Mythic Plus and you can build them. But they're not needed really for anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and try out some different versions of this team. The thing about Coco Coco is going to be really important, and the reason why, like, I don't think Thorin is good here, although in certain Dreamland bosses, Thorin will be even better than Krueger, but Thorin does well when you have both magical and physical damage, because he overall will increase the damage the boss receives from all sources, whether it's physical or magical. So if you're running OD and Merrily both together as like combined damage dealers, then OD's a magical damage dealer, Merrily is a physical, so then Thorin would probably be the better debuffer, but not always. Even Krueger could be better. But Thorin, specifically in Skyclops, doesn't do anything that good because Skyclops deals an AoE attack to your entire team, so he's not really focusing his damage on your frontline melee tank, and so Thorin's not going to get value off of his damage reflect, and Thorin, like, if Thorin can survive, it doesn't really help all of your other 4 heroes that need to survive in the back. He can only Soul Pact and Protect one. So definitely for this boss, I think Krueger is going to be your debuffer of choice. One thing I want to try is I want to try Reinier plus Krueger. The issue is with this team, without Coco, or we can try maybe a team like this without Coco, because we're getting to a point that maybe we can begin replacing Coco for other damage dealers. However, there is still going to be survivability issues, I believe, with this team. We'll see as we get closer to the end. But the problem is, when you're around 20 seconds left or 30 seconds left, the boss is going to eliminate, even if he eliminates one of your damage dealers, it would have probably just been better if you ran Coco to protect everyone. Because we'll try to check the damage at the end of this fight. But the damage OD contributes is not much more than even Smokey. And Smokey and Krueger combined contribute more damage than the OD. And it might also be for the fact that OD doesn't have any debuffer geared, and Merrily already got popped. Yeah, so if Merrily dies so early on in the fight, it just isn't going to be a good idea to be running a team like this. Coco fully protected the Merrily. And as for ascension levels of your team, it's going to be best if you have everyone at Mythic Plus, but Krueger doesn't really need it. We're not even using his Mythic Plus effect really, because we don't even care about that initial shield. Because he's in the front line, he's already way tanky enough, he doesn't have any issue surviving. But the other heroes need to be Mythic Plus. If you're going to be running Corin or Merrily as damage dealers here, let's take a look at the damage. So OD did quite a bit because he survived the entire fight, but Merrily died prematurely, which reduced our damage quite heavily. But if we take a look at it again, yeah, so OD is not going to be the best option. This, in my opinion, is really going to be the best team you can run. The only substitution, in my opinion, would be if, for example, you don't have Corin at Mythic Plus, then you can run OD. And if you don't have Merrily at Mythic Plus, then you can run Corin, who can be at Mythic Plus, and there you go. I think the team would do fine even if Coco is not Mythic Plus, because I think just that staggering of the damage with the smoky heals would be enough at this stage, like at the levels we're at, for us to survive without any issue. But Mythic Plus on Coco will be better for other Dreamland bosses and even the Primal Lord, so eventually getting her there should be a priority. Krueger doesn't need the Mythic Plus, he is just here for his defensive debuffs and the damage he contributes. But yeah, eventually like Mythic Plus would be nice on him. Smokey should be Mythic Plus to get her damage, otherwise Smokey is not going to contribute any damage to this fight, or negligible damage. And Corin and OD, yeah, Corin, OD, or Merrily, whichever one you're running, should be Mythic Plus. And if you have both Corin and Merrily at Mythic Plus, you should be running these two instead of OD in this boss. Because in the endless mode of the bosses, true damage dealers are going to be outshining your OD as a damage dealer. And for the artifacts, Crickblade spell is the best for damage, but Evocation spell also gives you a lot of damage, and it can help you if you're having issues surviving, because it does give you shields. It also gives you life drain and even haste to increase like casting time of all of your ultimates, like especially Coco and Smokey. That can help keep your team alive. Increasing attack also increases your damage. So it's either between Evocation or Quickblade. I think Quickblade is optimal for damage. And as you saw with this team, this is a very viable team you can run if you don't have Reinier at Mythic Plus. And if you do have Reinier at Mythic Plus, let's just do a team test of this one. Let's take a look.
The world needs balance.
And we can have... I don't know, like, the thing is, Merrily and Corrin, they did almost the same amount of damage, so maybe even high, like, having max level on Corrin and giving him the attack buff might even be better. It would probably even help you clear the minions a little bit faster. So let's try this team. As a final option, double debuffer, Krueger plus Reinier at Mythic Plus. And this is a non-Scarlita version, but it doesn't have Coco either, so I don't know if we're gonna have issues surviving towards the end. We might. In which case, then just get rid of Krueger and go for Coco. That would be the safest team. Corrin and Merrily at Mythic Plus, Smokey, Coco, and then you just either decide if you have Reinier Mythic Plus, try that. If you don't have Reinier Mythic Plus, go for Krueger. And Krueger will be almost as good of a debuffer as Reinier for your physical based damage units. Okay, we survived that burst on everyone. That was a key thing. If we can survive the next one as well, then this is going to be better than the Coco version. But if you get wiped at all, then it's not going to be better. It's just better for you to be safe with Coco. And I think we're going to get wiped here. No, we don't. Okay. So maybe this will get off even more damage than with the Coco. It should do, because we are not wasting a slot on that. We have another debuff instead. We survived even the final attack. And there we go. We get almost 34 billion damage. And this, again, is going to show you that the Scarlita team, when you run Scarlita in this team, you replace Krueger for Scarlita. But with that team, we only got like not even 500 million extra damage, because this team just now did 33.9 billion damage, and my all-time best with Scarlita and no one dying was 34.3 billion damage. So Scarlita is not really needed. And if you're running, you have Reinier at Mythic Plus, you can just run Krueger or Coco for safety, or Krueger for more debuff and damage. Yeah, Krueger is honestly insane, because when you have like such hard-hitting damage dealers, physical damage dealers, Krueger just amplifies their damage by so much. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it was helpful. And good luck trying out these teams and doing well in the endless mode of Skyclops. If you haven't made it to the endless mode yet, then OD is still going to be a key damage dealer for you, because the bosses have a different amount of like resistances. So true damage dealers are only really the best option once you get to endless mode. Before that, OD will have a place, and then you can just run OD and Merrily as your damage dealers, and Coco, Smokey, and either Thorin or Krueger or Reinier. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. And until the next one, everyone, peace out for now. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, because we upload daily AFK journey videos with guides and updates to make sure that you're up to date with everything and you're progressing well on your account. But thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.